Alright, so I did my NFL teams on the rise, did my NFL teams on the downfall, and I did my college teams on the rise. But now it's time to do my college teams that are on the downfall. So let's kick this off with one of the teams that just have a problem replacing a player, which actually a lot of the teams on this list, with Wisconsin, as it's going to be hard to replace someone like Jonathan Taylor. Kind of legendary of Wisconsin in his own status, who's just known for ground and pound, and he kind of carried your team a lot. So it doesn't help that either. So it's just going to be hard to see how they rebound. I know Jack Cohn's in there, but really I think Graham Mertz is probably the better quarterback than Jack Cohn, if I'm being truthfully honest. And I just don't see Wisconsin doing very well come next season. I think it's going to be a downfall season for them. Then we have Iowa, which, of course, another team with some big player losses, as they lost Nate Stanley, and I don't think the quarterback replacing him is going to be able to replace him that well right away. And even though Stanley really wasn't the greatest in the first part of the offense, it's just, you also lost Tristan Wirfs, who was an amazing tackle, and AJ Epinesa, and both those players were just top 50 talents. Tristan Wirfs being a top 15 pick. And I just don't think Iowa got better in a conference that seems to have some teams getting better, at least with some quarterback play getting better. Then we have Stanford, who's really just been going downhill for a while now. I really don't think it's going to stop until this head coach is gone, because this team just doesn't have the talent, and it's not bringing the talent that it used to either, like the Chris McCaffreys or the KJ Costello, and it kind of wasted KJ Costello. But hopefully they just hit rock bottom eventually and get a fresh new start and get a new head coach to come take over. This next thing that I have on here is kind of probably going to surprise some people. It's Alabama. Honestly, it's tough to put an Alabama team on a list that's going to not play well. But you have to remember, they don't have a good QB unless they start playing Bryce Jones sooner. And even though they have an amazing defense, that just doesn't get you past anymore. Example, that Auburn game they lost at the end of the season. And honestly, I don't think Alabama's going to be successful again until they start Bryce Young. And I mean successful as like college football players successful, 11-1, 12-0 successful. I think they'll probably win 9 or 10 games still, but I don't think it's going to be like what Bama puts their expectations at every single year, which is why it's going to be a down season for them. Next, we have one that really shouldn't be surprising, but some people are probably going to be outraged by it. It's LSU. LSU had one amazing year. Let's face it. Joe Burrow, Joe Brady, LSU's offense, one of the best teams in college football we've really ever seen before. But take in factor everyone they lost, basically almost all their starters on offense, most of the starters on defense. Plus, you lost Joe Brady, and you also lost your defensive coordinator, Dave Aranda. And also, Coach O usually is just a 9-10 win coach. And I really expect this team to go back to where they were just winning 9-10 games. And maybe they surprise everyone every once 4 years with 11-win, 12-win season. But this team's not going to be one of those top-throwing teams just making the college football playoff year in, year out. They're going to be a 9-10 win team again. So just start putting your expectations lower. Next on this list, we have Virginia. I just don't see Virginia being a very good team next year. And especially looking at their schedule, I'm just expecting it to be a step-back year for them and kind of a downfall year for them. Next, we have Penn State. And the good thing for Penn State is they have a weak schedule, which kind of the bad factor since they play in the Big Ten. But I don't see this being a very good 10-win team if they do happen to win 10 games even, especially with a QB who can't win big games at all. He literally chokes big games like it's his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But the good thing is they do have two monsters on the team through running back Journey Brown and linebacker Micah Parsons, which leads me to the last team on this list, and Baylor. And the good news is Baylor got a head coach. who I think can be good. I just think he will need a learning season first, which is why they will be in the downfall come next season. But the good news is, I think he will eventually figure out this head coaching thing one day. So, those are my lists of college teams that I think will be on the downfall. If you guys agree or disagree with any of these teams on this list, tell me why down below. Also, if you think a team shouldn't have been on this list, tell me why. And if you think a team should be on this list, tell me why. Also, if you have a recommendation for another video, make sure to put that down in the comments below. And who knows, it may end up being the next video. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to click those links down there in the description. As you have Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. And of course, just make sure to keep the sports weed flowing throughout the day.